Hello everyone. Before starting the video, subscribe to the channel because there are many different scary adventures. Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a legend surrounding an infamous Craigslist listing. It was said that if you stumbled upon this particular post, strange and unsettling events would unfold in your life. No one knew who posted it or why, but the whispers of its existence sent shivers down the spines of the curious. The listing was buried deep within the bowels of the internet, hidden among countless mundane posts. It appeared as a cryptic title, the deal of a lifetime. Intrigued by the mysterious allure, people began stumbling upon it, each with their own tale to tell. One day, a young woman named Lily, struggling to make ends meet, found herself in desperate need of a job. She scoured Craigslist for any potential leads, and that's when she stumbled upon the infamous list. Its description promised unimaginable wealth and success, but with a warning that a heavy price must be paid. Curiosity consumed Lily, and despite the rumors, she couldn't resist clicking on the post. The listing presented a simple set of instructions. Meet me at the abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town tonight. Bring nothing but your deepest desire that evening. As the sun sank below the horizon, Lily found herself standing before the desolate warehouse. A chilling breeze sent a shiver down her spine as she stepped inside, her heart pounding with a mix of anticipation and fear. The air inside was thick with darkness and an eerie silence, broken only by the distant sound of creaking floorboards. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. A tall, enigmatic man stood before Lily, his face obscured by a hood. He introduced himself as Mr. Blackwood, the guardian of the Craigslist listing. He explained that the offer was genuine, but came at a cost. Lily hesitated, her desire for a better life warring with her instincts. With a trembling voice, she expressed her longing for wealth and security. Mr. Blackwood smiled, revealing a set of unnaturally sharp teeth, and handed her a nondescript envelope. He warned her that opening it would seal the deal, binding her fate to the terms of the agreement. Swallowing her fears, Lily tore open the envelope. Inside, she found a contract filled with complex legal jargon barely comprehensible to the average person. But the terms were clear. She would receive wealth beyond her wildest dreams, but in return, she would forever be tormented by an unrelenting. Feeling trapped, Lily reluctantly signed the contract, her hand trembling with every stroke of the pen as she did. The atmosphere in the warehouse grew suffocating, as if an invisible presence had awakened, ready to claim its dues. True to his word, Mr. Blackwood disappeared into the shadows, leaving Lily alone in the haunted warehouse. She emerged into a world seemingly untouched, but she couldn't shake the constant feeling of being watched. Shadows danced at the edge of her vision, and whispers echoed in her ears when no one was. With each passing day, Lily's life transformed. Money poured in from unknown sources, granting her unimaginable wealth. She became the talk of the town, but behind her glamorous facade, her soul withered under the weight of an insidious terror. Sleep became a distant memory, as nightmares invaded her every waking moment. Paranoia consumed her, for she could never escape the feeling that something malevolent lurked just out of sight. Friends and family turned their backs on her, Sensing the darkness that clung to her every step, Lily's life became an isolated existence. Her opulent mansion a gilded prison. Desperate for respite, she scoured the internet in search of answers, only to find a trail of similar stories. Each tale was uniquely horrifying, and every person who had encountered the listing shared a similar fate bound by their desires, cursed to live a life tainted by unending dread. In the end, Lily realized that wealth and success had come at the cost of her sanity. She had made a deal with forces far beyond her comprehension, forever trapped in a life haunted by the shadows of her desires. So, dear reader, should you ever stumble upon a mysterious Craigslist listing promising the deal of a lifetime, heed this cautionary tale, for the allure of unattainable dreams may lead you down a path from which you can never escape, forever trapped in a realm of eerie whispers and unending horror. In the darkest corners of the internet, where anonymity thrives and secrets are sold, lies a website that has become synonymous with danger and mystery, Craigslist. While countless tales of bizarre encounters and unspeakable horrors have emerged from this digital abyss, this story is a unique and chilling account that will make you question every online transaction you've ever made. It began innocently enough with a simple click on the Craigslist website. Sarah, a young woman in her 20s, had recently moved to a new city and was in desperate need of furniture for her new apartment. Limited by her budget, she scoured the site for any bargains that caught her eye. One particular listing stood out: an antique dresser with intricate carvings and an unbelievably low price. The accompanying photos showcased its beauty, but there was something unsettling about them. The dresser seemed to emanate a strange energy, its presence almost palpable even through the screen. Intrigued and unable to resist the allure, Sarah contacted the seller. A man named Mr. Blackwood responded promptly, his email curt and businesslike. He provided the address of an old, decrepit house on the outskirts of town where the dresser was located. Sarah felt a shiver run down her spine, but the allure of the exquisite piece was too strong to resist. With trepidation, she set off on a foggy evening, arriving at the eerie house as darkness. As Sarah stepped into the creaking floor, a wave of foreboding washed over her. The air was heavy, and the silence felt suffocating. She cautiously climbed the stairs to the room where the dresser was supposed to be. The door swung open with a rusty groan, revealing a room frozen in time. There it stood, the antique dresser, more magnificent and haunting up close. Sarah's unease grew, but she reasoned that it was merely the ambience of the house. She inspected the dresser, running her fingers over its intricacies. Just as she was about to make her decision, Mr. Blackwood's voice echoed from the hallway. "Are you interested in it, miss?" he asked, his tone laced with something sinister. Startled, Sarah turned to face him. Mr. Blackwood was an elderly man, his features obscured by the shadows. His eyes, however, glinted with an unnatural intensity. An uneasy silence hung in the air as Sarah contemplated her next move. "I'll take it," she finally said, trying to hide her apprehension. Mr. Blackwood smiled, a chilling grin that sent a shiver down Sarah's spine. He retrieved a faded piece of parchment from his pocket and handed it to her. It was a contract, written in archaic language and filled with cryptic symbols. Sarah's heart raced. realizing she had unknowingly walked into. As she hastily signed the contract, a sudden gust of wind extinguished all the lights in the house. Panic gripped her, and she fumbled for her phone, the only source of light in the darkness. When the screen lit up, she gasped in horror. The photos of the dresser on her phone had transformed. The intricate carvings now depicted scenes of unspeakable terror, a twisted face, demonic creatures, and a woman trapped in eternal anguish. The dresser had unleashed its malevolence upon her. Frantically, Sarah bolted for the door, but it slammed shut, sealing her fate. The room grew colder, and a spectral presence loomed behind her. She could feel its breath on her neck, its whispers of despair echoing through her mind. She was trapped in a nightmare of her own making. Days turned into weeks, and Sarah's desperate pleas for help went unanswered. The outside world seemed oblivious to her existence. She had become a prisoner of the Craigslist dresser, a twisted artifact that fed on the souls of those who dared to possess it. And so the story of Sarah's disappearance spread, a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking beneath the surface of Craigslist. The dresser remained, waiting patiently for its next victim, its cursed presence forever haunting the depths of the internet, a digital Pandora's box, waiting to be opened by the unwary. Remember this cautionary tale when you navigate the virtual realm of Craigslist, for even the most innocent of transactions can lead you down a path of unspeakable horror. In the quiet town of Brookville, there was an urban legend whispered among the locals. It revolved around a mysterious figure known as the Craigslist collector. According to the tale, this enigmatic person would scour the classifieds website in search of unique and unusual items. But with a chilling, the items they sought weren't ordinary. They were infused with dark secrets and carried a price far greater than the listed cost. Word spread that if you posted a seemingly innocent ad on Craigslist, the collector would respond, showing a keen interest in the item. Many dismissed it as mere rumors, but those who experienced the collector's touch would tell a different story. Amelia, an aspiring artist, found herself in a financial bind. Desperate for money, she decided to sell her grandmother's antique mirror. She photographed it and uploaded the ad to Craigslist, mentioning its intricate design and timeless beauty. Within hours, a response arrived from an anonymous email address. The email was polite and articulate, expressing great interest in the mirror. Amelia, skeptical yet intrigued, agreed to meet the potential buyer. The collector suggested a secluded park for the exchange, an odd choice that sent a chill down her spine. Still, the prospect of a quick sale overshadowed her unease. As Amelia arrived at the park, a dense fog seemed to blanket the surroundings, muffling the sounds of the outside world. She glanced around, nervously clutching her purse, only to find herself alone. The eerie silence hung in the air, and her heart pounded in her chest. Moments later, a figure emerged from the mist. The collector was tall and dressed in a formal suit, their face obscured by a hat and scarf. A shiver ran down Amelia's spine as she handed over the antique mirror. The collector examined it meticulously, their gloved hands tracing every intricacy of the frame. Without uttering a word, the collector produced a small velvet pouch from their pocket. They offered it to Amelia, explaining that it contained the agreed-upon payment. The pouch felt oddly heavy, and curiosity got the best of her. She loosened the string and peered inside, her eyes widening in horror. The pouch contained not money, but a collection of tiny, delicately preserved butterflies, their once vibrant wings now faded and fragile. Each one had a tag attached to it, bearing the name of someone she knew, friends, family, even her own name was among them. Amelia recalled, dropping the pouch in shock. The collector's gaze pierced through her, revealing an unsettling knowledge. They explained that the butterflies represented the lives affected by the mirror, the ones it had observed and consumed over the years. Trembling, Amelia demanded an explanation. The collector's voice remained chillingly calm as they revealed the true nature of the mirror, a conduit for darkness, a gateway to suffering. They confessed that they were drawn to such items, objects with a history of pain and despair. The collector thrived on the stories they whispered, the secrets they absorbed. Panicking, Amelia stumbled backward, desperate to escape the collector's grasp, but they merely smiled, their eyes glinting with malevolence. They warned her that the mirror's curse would remain, continuing its malevolent work even if she were to rid herself of it. Terrified, Amelia fled from the park, leaving the mirror and the collector behind. But the horror didn't end there. Night after night, she was tormented by vivid nightmares, haunted by the specters of those whose lives had been trapped within the mirror. Their anguished faces etched themselves into her mind, a constant reminder of the darkness she had unleashed. Amelia soon realized she had unwittingly become part of the Craigslist collector's macabre gallery, a grim testament to the consequences of greed and the terrifying power of seemingly innocent objects. To this day, whispers of the Craigslist collector echo through Brookville, a chilling reminder to tread carefully when navigating the shadows of online classifieds. For within the virtual realm, a sinister presence lurks, waiting to claim those who dare to tempt fate by selling something more than they bargained for.